there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up, no time to lay to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting numb, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Good morning, good day, good evening, good night, depending on where you are. Whoop. Whoopie-doo. Got too much stuff in all hands. Stuff everywhere. Take this bike to the shop and do some adjustments, and then we can go take a little test ride today. And tomorrow we might also do some bike riding. kör du upp den dit och du så ska du ta ett däcktryckare. Så kan du köra upp den, det kan ju vara upp riktigt bra. You get the compressor and everything. Det här är ganska bra tror jag. All kinds of testing. Det här, min fot ska jag kunna ställa in eller laga den lite kortare.
Ja.
Det går, man måste ta hit någon på axeln och syr om det är flat skulle det vara lite kortare. Kan nästan börja adjusta det. Okay, make this a little bit shorter. We needed. What kind of tool do we need for this guy? It's one of those. Artesnär var det någon häxanyckel var det för nyckel som skulle vara till det där. Ställ in foten. Eller gick det med sexkant? Jag tror det gick inte med sexkanten. Torktsi, joo, torktsi. Vart har vi torktsi-sättet?
Där är vi där, vi tills lejon.
Lejon.
Vad heter det i bilen?
Ja. Tools everywhere. On the other side. Torx and whatever torque size was it. I think this guy looks like this guy might fit. I don't remember which one it was, but we'll try this one. This one might be pretty close. There's some sort of handle to it. This guy with some sort of, not that guy. Why do we have one that's like small to small or big to big? I mean, might be somewhere else again here. Or maybe use those. Probably easier to use those actually. You got the whole set here. Do you need to completely unscrew this? Or? I think so. Put the bike somewhere. Kyllä det här inte helt ut.
Ja, för det är väl i nu. Ja.
Fiddly stuff without the gloves. The gloves are good for. We need to move the chain. Let's get all dirty.
Eller var det rätt? Där man måste liksom ge alla hål. Liksom det
Där
var
ska
ett
vara.
ställe som de är hål för det där. Liksom. Så, om slänger det 3
Där.
hål så liksom, så
Ja.
det är ett hål bara i den.
See. No, it should be a little shorter. Let's see if
Det
that's
var det
good.
där nu går 26 till 29 tums fälg, så det är 28 här, så det ska nog vara de där lite från dit.
Let's try it like that before I tighten it up. One shorter on flat ground. I think now it's better. It was one too long. Ja, det ska du fast. Yeah, today we are putting the bike racks on the car, doing some adjustments on the bike here. Yeah, we're gonna go and take a test ride today. There will be a longer ride tomorrow, but today we're just doing some adjustments, getting things ready. But yeah, a little test ride today. We might go check if there's like blueberries or bilberries at the same time when we do like the slight test ride. We need to adjust the gear shifter a little bit, so it might be good to test it a little bit here before we go on any longer trips. So we can avoid when last time we went on a longer trip, my brother had some issues with his bike, but we had to just go to a store and buy some tools to get his bike like fixed so we could finish that ride. Next time we're gonna do a longer one, it's probably best to take like a few simple tools with us. Then you can fix most of the things. If you get some breakdowns. But yeah, this was the simple fix. The kickstand, adjusted that a little bit. It was a little bit too long. Get that a little bit shorter. That should be good. Then we're gonna adjust the limiter. It throws a chain sometimes over here, so it goes like the smallest gear goes a little bit too far that way. I think you can adjust. It was the lower one here. I think you adjusted. Then it should go not as far that way. Tire pressures we could check. We could check them actually now when the compressor is on, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. We need the weird thing to put in between the bike thing. It was somewhere here. Har du satt i det cykelkekan nu den här gången? Är det här som är papper? This guy. I will put this one somewhere closer here so we can find it. Always need this special guy when you're putting pressure in the bike. It's not the same as on putting in the car tires or tractor tires. This one should go here. Something like that. How much was it? 4 point. Did I have 4 here? Oh, it's like 4.5. It's leaking a little bit when you put the pressure in there, but should be pretty good. This was a little bit loose, I think, almost this guy. The valve stem was kind of loose on my bike here too, and kind of could tighten that up a little bit. So it's not loose. Loosey-goosey. And this one doesn't like fit perfectly on the bikes. It's always a struggle with these bike valves. Why do they have to be different from like a car valve? They just put the same thing. Same thing on the bike. This one is kind of, it's on there, but it's not really on there. I guess it's 4 point. You kind of have to feel by hand. It's like this one. Did I have this one the last time? It's like leaking. Like you just put it here, but it's like.
Ja, men du måste ha det där ventilen neråt så att du får klämma upp att sen skruv änden och den är mot det där helt stendragen och så täta och så bara.
It's pretty shitty setup. I don't know if you can get like a perfect one that would fit. It's always been a struggle. But if I feel now, this feels pretty good. Like it's not actually that hard. Fat bike. Yeah, the rear tire is harder now. We're not gonna be buying a lot of bikes. I bought this one, so hopefully this one would last now a long time, and I don't need like 7 new bikes. These bikes are pretty expensive, so can't really be buying a lot of bikes. I think this one fits best for my needs. And now actually there I get it pretty good. 4.5 bar. Now it should be. Yeah, now it's pretty good. Whoop. So this bike is pretty new now. I'm not in the market for buying any new bikes anytime soon here. It's a pretty big investment to buy a bike, so we're not gonna be. You're probably gonna try your bike too, so I'll leave this on. Clean the nose here a little bit. Excuse me beforehand. But yeah, then the one more thing I want to adjust is it was a rear derailleur. Need like a small tool there, and then just somehow get it adjusted. I tried it once before, but it was kind of sketch. Couldn't really see what it did, but I'm gonna try to adjust that a little bit. Otherwise, bike should be good to go. I can take a little paper in case when we ride on the road, if we drop the chain, then it's good to have either the gloves or like a paper. Otherwise, you're gonna mess up your hands with the chain. But yeah, a little screwdriver, normal one. This one's probably fine. Then you said it was the lower of the two here.
Joo.
Let's try that a little bit. How much do you think? This one has been pushed over. Maybe need to adjust the front fender also a little bit. Feels a little, maybe it's got bent at some point. That it's in the middle. It's a little bit to the side now. Oh yeah, that one has moved also. Fender adjustment needed to be done also. This one it's to that side, but I can see here this is not the same as the other side. And there we need another tool. I'm gonna just, the front fender has, for some reason, I don't know if it's hit something. Front fender is, if you see here, this is not the same as the other one. I need to loosen this and poke this back and tighten this.
Det var inte särskilt tiukalla.
Yeah. It's probably good. I've ridden now like a few hundred kilometers. Check everything that nothing's loose.
Joo, lite. Kipistä on. Joo.
There's a screwdriver on the ground. But I need the other tool first. I think we got a small one here. Hex or whatever these are called. Smaller one that's of course not here. I believe that's that, or was it? It was the broken one, yeah, that fits here. Damn. And the other set of these. Do we have another set? We have somewhere. Ska jag pyörittää ett liksom ställe?
Det där baken att man kan pyörittää på det där fast foten ner.
Ja, men för i alla fall när jag provade lite ställe där förra, så jag såg inte någon skillnad att det skulle vara rörelse något. Där det går bakåt adjustment. Det ska vara, det är bara med fjäderspänning där.
Det är lite ännu, det ska nog mer än jag in liksom.
Nej, ut.
Liksom diat.
Ja.
Se där vilket håll det var. Man ser ju där man skruvar.
Clockwise or counterclockwise? Yeah, I couldn't see. Maybe you can see if it moves. Clockwise or counterclockwise?
My files. Ska det A med så så det där och det där. Eikö det yvra?
Vilket jag
Nej, men det yvra var det min.
Det ställde in det där. Det var det kom.
Nedre det, ja. Nedre. Man ska se det där när man, det ska vara liksom.
Det där andra när man skulle så såg man vad som rörligt, så vet du vad det är lätt att figura out.
När man drar med ur så far det och diot liksom, så far det längre ifrån det där. Se om man skulle se nog där när man skruvar det liksom far diot.
Jag tycker att jag provade nedre, det hände inte något, så jag vet inte, men kanske det gör det där. Att vilket håll är det då? Ja, det ska vara mer utåt.
Så ska det först skruva ur det.
Och inte behöver man säga ett många varv, inte lite bara. Pyörittää lite och se om det händer.
Det far nog.
Men får det ett fel håll? Ja, får det.
Där. Dessa nu.
Tässä on se byter eller växlar.
Dessa får lägga lite större och sen ta tillbaka liksom. Se hur det.
Ja. Nu var det nog det jag måste hålla i botten, så nu vill jag får hålla sin ettan i, så nu får det få för mycket nu. Det var ett rätt håll nu. Ja. För nu när jag klämde så är det, jag måste hålla i botten så får det till ettan, så man släpper av så får det tillbaka. Så nu lite till, det där var rätt men tillbaka.
Ja, nu ser jag skruva in det.
Now it was too much, now a little bit back.
Det tar sån här fjärdedels var.
Ja.
Tillbaka.
A little bit back.
Det är så det ska byta tillbaka men sen ändå hålla. Liksom,
God damn. Had a horsefly bite me. Now it did change the first gear. So that's good. Now I'm going to try a few times because it's probably a little bit. Then back. I think it could be good now. Now it's switched.
Ja. Nu får det inte heller, nu är det liksom, när man ser, ta tillbaka en idé.
I have to ride it a few times and change.
Det blir håll i botten det liksom. Där.
Så för nu liksom, nu är det för långt. För att sen man släpper av så kommer det lite tillbaka.
Det är nog inte, det är nog på det där.
Så nu kommer det lite tillbaka när man.
Ja.
Nu bytte jag och sen det huttar inte.
Så långt dit sen.
Nej. Jag kan prova sådär, jag får testa. Men jag ska, det där framför änden jag måste ställa in.
Ja.
Det var så var det där förstås just den som är brostig av utav de här.
Där är det lejonet.
Jag hatar att ha såna här broken tools, så det är alltid förstås det som man behöver, alltid broken.
De här där lejonen. Och sen där.
Här. Det var något, den där som var, ja. Det var den som är här, står här på, jag vet inte ihåg vad det var, något 435 eller vad den heter. För det tillbaka det där, annars använder den. Det där foten var med de där sakerna. Foten var med de här, det var T25, jag vet inte om det är de där 25. Är det 25 det där, de här är det. These,
Det här ser ut som sån här 30.
I don't know why all the tools, like just on the kickstand it's like this kind of tool, and then most of the other ones are the hexagon stuff. But it's gotta be different. Ja, så ska det är därför som det är rörda. Där nu ska du spänna tillbaka det. Där det löste nu. Man kan checka allt hela cykeln. Ja. Det är ett test för nu är det cyklar på 100 kilo så nu ska allt inte. Ja. Andra sidan, that had become loose. You can try that, then I'm going to try this. See that everything's tight. The pedals you can check with there's a big hexagon here. So the pedals aren't loose. And like basically check everything. But there shouldn't be anything else with these. These are hexagon. I should buy a different or another thing to put here so I can put another bottle here. Yeah, everything is loose. Everything is shaken loose during the first few hundred kilometers. Rear fender. Yeah, I think rear fender is same thing here. This might also be loose.
Ja, men det tvinnar.
Ja, nej, men det där hålls nog det inte. De där viktiga, de här just kan man checka, de här.
Det är sån en ny lock på andra sidan. Ja. Här, ja.
De där och sen bakfenderingar. Ja, du har såna små tools och det. Såna här sätt ska man nästan kunna ha med. Så går det att prova alla tools som man har.
Det här nästan brister för det.
Ja, inte ska de inte bara hocka något, de inte lösa inte det.
Ja.
Då man drar något kauhea voimaa. Det här hålls nog, ja. Den där, ja. Det var fullt, man får inte styra upp och det skulle vara högre än man får inte upp.
Nej, det var fullt upp.
Båda de här växlarna antar man. Everything else seems good. The rear, I would guess this one is loose too, because this one is also starting to come forward if I compare to that one. This one is probably loose too. I could easily lose it, I can pull it back. It's not the same as that one. That one's probably good. If you can reach that one. Probably loosen it first. If it's loose I could pull it back.
Nej, men det är bara för att ställa.
Are you loosening it up now?
Ja.
Now this is in the middle here. Or it can be maybe a little bit, yeah, but it should be good if it's all the way back. Hello there. Now it should be good.
Oh.
Now it's in the middle so it doesn't hit the wheel. Then we can check those and on the brakes, and I can check all the others. There's a big hexagon on the pedals. That could be kind of important. You don't want to if that gets loose, then if you lose a pedal, then it's pretty hard to bike. We need the big hexagon too. But here on the gear shifter you can check the smaller ones, this one and this one. the smaller ones. It's on this bike. It's the hexagon on everything else except the kickstand. So it's pretty good if I would have that set of hexagon tools with me, I could basically take the whole bike apart. It's pretty much like that hexagon. This is hexagon. Almost everything, like a normal screwdriver. Then you could do everything.
Ja, det här var lite lösning. Ja, men det är sån här.
Det är bara sån hål där.
Det är sån här som där är något lite tidigt där.
That's just a whole bike holder.
Ryms man inte riktigt.
And the rear wheel is, I would say, it's still in the center. It's been pretty good, I think. So this hasn't moved. The main thing, I think it's pretty straight.
Där är ju det är ju inte ens det är ju liksom det kan ju inte ens röras.
Nej, det är väl ett hål, ja.
Det är bara de här liksom fast.
Yes.
Där var jag.
Saddle is good. Still straight forward. But yeah, man, it's hot today. It's like humidity is high today. It's just 20 degrees, but it's like we're gonna do a very short bike ride with a very slow speed, I think, today. Holy moly. Det är bara sån random. Ska man sätta den där bike racken och gå där?
Ja, sån där är liksom.
Ja.
Ja, vad jag.
Ja, det var ställd in bra, det är bra. Yes. Seems good.
Polkimen,
Ja, med big hexagon. Big hexagon. Did you find a big tool? Big hexagon. Ja, jag ska hålla emot foten. Och sen dit själva pedalen. Det är ifrån andra sidan pedalen. Det där får du ifrån den sidan. Det där pedalen går ifrån den sidan. Pedal. Ja, det där kan du få.
De är min eller sån dit.
Ja. Yep, those are, and then the pedals, you can check, then it's pretty much gone through everything. It's a little smaller there. There's big hexagons, but those you don't really need. If they're tied, they should be good. Unless you do like a few thousand kilometers. I could wash the bike, but just a little dust so far. But yeah, then everything. Found a few other spots that wasn't even. The fenders, I thought they were good, but they were actually kind of loose both. So good that we adjusted those. Är de där lefty-loose eller righty-tidy eller är de åt andra hållet, man?
Så att sä liksom högerärket något.
Ja.
Eller vad det är? Men har du de här liksom på andra hållet?
Jag tycker annars kan man skulle ihop skulle man ta ett fel håll. Det här var ju helt assembled, eller inte assemblad vid den där tror jag själv. Eller assemblad vid den
Det
själv.
här är nog fast.
Ja.
Skulle det vara det att det var höger liksom?
Det var tror jag åt andra hållet.
Det här är åt andra hållet.
Ja, nu löser
det. Det är vänster fast.
Lefty tidy. Men är det bara ingen annan sidan lefty tidy?
Nej, det här är åt andra hållet.
Nej, det är righty tidy.
För det är det där att det liksom.
Lefty, so that one side there was lefty tidy, not righty tidy. Okay, I think we're good for a test ride. Are the racks tightened up?
No.
Yeah, but it's if it's roughly good, then it's good. roughly good is good. But yeah, I'm gonna take the gloves. I got paper in the pocket just in case we drop the chain. Then it's nicer to put it on with the gloves. Then I think we can go take a test ride. After a little break. More bikes. More bike main. Is your bike fine now?
Joo.
Everything adjusted and
Mä oon kyllä vetänyt.
mm,
En ole lappia sen ylläinen lätkä. Setting ne pääsit kireellä.
joo. Check tire and then it should be pretty much everything ready for some adventures. You got Helkama too. We got both Helkama. Woohoo.
Joo.
Oh, you're putting just the normal. Do you have normal things on your?
Där baken med framsnön.
Oh, yeah.
Little shit.
Little shit. Weird dude. One of those things where it would be easiest if they just would make one sort of valve.
Ready to go on.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna go take. Oh, you need your special. Here's the extra tool. Or extra thing. I'm gonna go take a little bike ride on the forest road now. Check areas. Check if there is bilberries. Yeah. Yes. Let's go take a test ride. Ja, det är inte vet du, det är plus minus 5 cent. Var det så att det är ungefär lika mycket från båda? Man skulle märka.
Där ser man så spår.
Ja, så skulle du kunna dra med någon sån här vet du, på yttre sidan fram där, dra med någon sån här som hålls en permamarker. Vet du, du drar här med permamarker, dra ett vitt streck där.
Joo.
Så ska man veta, eller här, vet du, med ett vitt streck bara.
Var det där så nu är.
Det är ju bara det ungefär mitt på, det var inte de... Det, ja. Let's go take a quick check before it might rain today, so we should have 1 hour before it starts to rain. Let's check if it's gonna rain. Check rain radar. It looks completely clear so far, so I think we're good. Det där nedre ska bara vara sådär, man skulle fullt typ sätta nästan lättast lyft cykeln upp det. Sådär ungefär, så cykeln på sen lyft, lika som man rullar cykeln framåt så lyfter man upp det där. Så hakar jag det gick ganska bra. But yeah, let's go take a test ride plus bilberry check at the same time. Oh, we want to go from here. The weather command, if you write ! Weather and then location, then it works. You can put whatever location, it should work. A little test ride. But yeah, next week we'll do probably some biking on Monday, but then next week at some point we will again mow this field and mow the other field. I'm in southern Finland. But yeah, I checked myself. It shouldn't rain in the next hour. Like for the field's sake, I wouldn't mind if it rains, but for my streaming setup, I don't like rain. But yeah, this will be mowed next week. So we will do some actual tractoring too on this supposed to be farming stream, where we do kind of a lot of other things too. But yeah, next week should be some tractoring. We'll see. We might use 2 mowers actually. My brother might fire up the good old Massey Ferguson 35 with the old sickle bar too. Then we got two mowing tractors. Crop circle. No, I have not done a crop circle. I should do it and then not stream it, but stream afterwards and look like, oh God, look at this, UFOs arrived at the farm. Yeah, get the drone shot of the crop circles, but try to hide it so you don't see where. Like there was one where there was a lot of like crop circles. Then you saw where the circles ended. You saw like a track that went to the sprayer tracks, which was that was kind of funny, I think, because then you can clearly like understand that some dudes or people were doing it, and then they walked to the sprayer track and walked out of the field in the sprayer tracks. I think it was on Twitter, but someone said explain this, and then someone replied by explained, and then an arrow pointing at the tracks going away from the crop circles. Yeah, they look cool. That's for sure. But it's weird if there would be like something landing on a crop, then it wouldn't like it's like the crop is like twisted down, like it's all flat in one direction in like a circle. And it would be really weird if a force come from top side. It would break some straws and it would be more like messy. It wouldn't be like everything is neatly flat and in a round circle. But yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool for sure. For sure. Here there is some bilberries here. We will go and check a few other places. There's some here, pretty small. I guess they're pretty ripe at the moment. Or getting pretty ripe. But yeah, we'll have to find a lot more if I want to come and pick them. Don't really want to come here and try to pick like 5. Do we have ticks here? Yep, we do. Unfortunately. But I haven't really found any ticks on me. I have found ticks on the cat though. But yeah, ticks are pretty nasty. Nasty things. Probably the most dangerous animal / insect we have here. And it's still like really not likely to be dangerous, but I guess the most danger of the not dangerous things. Mosquito. But yeah, it doesn't look so on the road, but we actually got some decent rain yesterday and the day before that. I guess there's one puddle on the road there. It's been so dry before that even like 20 mils. You couldn't really tell it rained 20 mils yesterday and the day before that. Now, if we only would have gotten this rain 2 months ago, then it would be a lot better. Might still help the crops a little bit here, but kind of on the late side. Now we shifted to lowest gear, seems to be working. I think we got it adjusted better now. So all the gears work properly now, I think. Doesn't throw the chain off when I put the smallest gear in. Try not to drive off the road. At least the bike gets a good solid shakedown again after the adjustment, so we can see if everything is good. And the bike should be good for some longer trips. Shakedown Road. At these small flies today, it seems. Probably more flies coming out now when it's a little bit more humid. Oh, let's stop for one thing. I could probably adjust the camera a little bit more to the biking mode. Yeah, you're watching the road a little bit too much now. Yeah, holy moly, the humidity today. Humidity is high and all the bugs are out when it's more humid, and then we might get like thunder today, so you got that thunder pressure, whatever you would call it, before you get a thunderstorm. And yeah, next week it's gonna go back after over 25 again, so back to warmer. Not that it has been cold either, but it's gonna head back into warmer temps. Oh yeah, someone has been mowing the sides of the road here, cutting down some trees. But if I want to pick bilberries at this point, it's gotta be a super windy day. Otherwise you're gonna get eaten by the flies. Or I would have to I got the beekeeper's hat with net, I guess. I guess that one helps also to keep the bugs out. Yeah, now they have been here. This area was really rough before. They had been here with the blade and scraping this a little bit. Seems better now, especially for trucks and stuff like that. Wind. so good with some wind. But yeah, a little bit more, then we can check some places, see if there is some bilberries. They're saying that the bilberry, it should be a good bilberry year, but over here I think it's been so dry that you don't really have high hopes for the bilberries. There were some tracks there. I think that was some deer tracks. They're still going here on the road. We'll see when we come the other way there if I can see. Sure looked like deer tracks or something on the road. They gotta be really fresh because it rained yesterday and those tracks were definitely made after that. So. At some point after yesterday, a deer was running on that road right there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, high humidity today, and it probably feels a lot more humid than normal because it's literally the first time this summer when it has rained more than 10 mils. So it's like the first proper time probably when the humidity actually is a little bit higher. Like the first time in the whole summer. Which is pretty shocking. It's been that dry this summer. Okay, a little bit to the right here and then we can check the first area where there might be some bilberries. But actually we can go a little further. Then there is some, here where they did the clear cutting this spring. They're gonna, in the next few weeks, they're gonna come here with an excavator and do the soil work here. And then we can plant some trees next spring here. I'll leave the bike just somewhere here. Damn, these horseflies. Definitely a lot of them around. Need to take cell phone. But yeah, this rock up here looks kind of fishy. Like it's resting on the three smaller rocks. And if some of them fell out, the big rock could like roll down here. It's kind of crazy, when they built this road, they probably left it like that. Seems a little bit, well, it's kind of, I don't know how much it's overhanging. Yeah, it's like as long as the at least 2 of the 3 rocks that are underneath there. As long as they stay there, it should be fine, I guess. Yeah, holy moly, the heat today. Just 20 degrees, but it feels like at least 25. Hello there, Ash. Ash in the forest. Well, we're in the forest now. Check if there is any bilberries around here. But yeah, other than it being pretty humid and surprisingly warm weather, it's pretty good. We got some much needed rain yesterday, so that's good. It's a Sony AS300. The holy grail of streaming cameras. I don't think they make it anymore, but it's still the best one around. I think, like a lot of streamers use it. It's got it's like a combination of a few features that very, very few cameras actually have. And that's why it's so good. It's not new or anything like that, but pretty good. Like here are some, but really small bilberries. They're really small. There's some around here, but I guess we could come and pick like just a little bit. But yeah, with these kind of bilberries, you're not getting like 10 liters an hour when you're picking, like 1 year. We can go, there's another place that might be better also. But this area should be pretty good. It was thinned a few years ago. So it's kind of the right type of area where bilberries usually grow. There is mosquitoes. There is definitely mosquitoes here. And some horseflies. But yeah, up here there's a little bit of wind, so that helps. But yeah, there's a little bit of bugs. But it's not too bad. Just a little bit annoying. There's the more annoying ones. There's like normal flies here. They want to fly in the face always. Those are almost more annoying. I mean, they don't do anything, so it's like just pretty much an annoyance. When the horseflies bite, it can actually hurt a little bit. But it's, yeah, it is what it is. And go up there and take a look. But yeah, pretty much the camera is kind of important when you're streaming, but the most important thing is like the network or the cellular network. If that is good, then it looks good on like a cell phone, it looks good on a camera, it looks good on a lot of things. But if you're in an area where the cell network is really bad, then it doesn't help whatever camera you have. Luckily here, even if we're kind of middle of the forest, the cell reception is okay-ish. I'm not gonna say it's good here. It's like good up on the hill here, but if we go down there, then it might actually be almost cutting out the whole stream. Yeah, there's definitely some blueberries here, but they're pretty small. Kind of what I expected. after such a dry summer. Here up on the hill we got some little wind. Makes it immediately feel better. We can see what the beat rate is here. Oh yeah, right here it's good. But yeah, when we go down there it might be getting a lot worse. But yeah, right here it's usually pretty good. I can definitely see some blueberry-like plants here, but they don't really... They have some berries on them, but not too much. We're gonna go a little further there and check another place too. Another place that we usually pick, like here. Here's quite a bit of them actually, but they seem kind of small. I don't know if they're still filling up, or I think more likely they're just small. Small because of the dry conditions. Here's actually quite a bit of them. I guess behind the hill here it might have been a little wetter, a little bit less sunshine. Yeah, like there's a lot of them. On a wet year this would be extremely good. So I guess we could find some places. We could try to someday. Well, next week it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be so damn hot every day. But at some point try to come pick just like a few liters at least. Nothing like huge, just a little bit. Here's the area, we can check this now, how it looks. They should come here with an excavator in the next couple of weeks, I think the guy said. And they're gonna dig small, like make small mounds with the excavator, and then it's much easier to plant new trees. But yeah, this shouldn't take long. It's gonna take them like a few hours. Not a big area. And then in the fall we will come over there and cut down some trees, thin that area out. It's kind of very dense forest there right now. Make some firewood. Definitely do not want to come and do any kind of forest work at the moment. It would be pretty horrible right now. So warm. One of those jobs where it's a lot better if it's like +5 to -5 instead of +20. A lot better when it's cooler. You can already see when cut down an aspen tree, there's already a lot of small aspen trees coming up. And behind there's the spruce forest that we did some thinning. Was it last summer? I think it was last summer. So yeah, cut down a bunch of crab trees there. Now you can see all the spruces there. Looks pretty good. Nice growth, and all the crap has been cut down. seems good. Yeah, this area is so rocky here, I don't know. Maybe they can, with the excavator, find some places where you can plant trees. You could see there were trees growing here. It's just very rocky. Hard to find some places for new trees. Again, up here it's good bitrate. Yeah, we could go up. There's like a big hill somewhere there that's really high up, but I think today is not the day for that because there could be some thunder and lightning. And when we checked that place out a few earlier times, there's pretty nice views, but there were some clear signs that lightning had struck down because it's like the highest point around there. So today is not the day, I think, for that, unless we want to get hit by lightning. We go back to the bike, then we can go up, check another place, check another bilberry area. Potential bilberry area. But yeah, this was cut like, the big trees were cut down. It's like 3 months ago, and already now you can see when the needles have fallen off the branches. A couple of years and these pile of branches will be gone, and then you can't even tell that they did some logging here. Like it's not going to show for very long, especially when you plant new trees. Like the area behind there, the trees are maybe 6 meters tall there now. That was planted like maybe like 6 years ago. 6 to 8 years ago probably. I don't remember the exact year. But yeah, really quickly it's going to be a new forest. See if we go down here, it could probably, bitrate could be low. Here you can see, like when you cut down a alder tree, it's gonna just naturally come up with new alders, even with the spruce there. Yeah, they cut down a few trees here that were kinda not in super good shape, I think. So this tree, yeah, it was growing pretty well. Then you can see I did thin this place out like, what is it now, 15 years ago. Somewhere here, I think. It started to grow faster then, so it's a good time to cut it down. There we got just one tree that got pushed over by a storm. That's fine, the excavator guys can dig around it. See if there's any bugs in the bark. There probably is something, maybe a woodpecker or something has been chipping away at this bark. Maybe if there's some bugs in the bark, then some woodpeckers probably like to chip on it and eat the bugs. There, I'm gonna cut this into firewood this fall also. It fell almost out to the road. It just had such a weak root system that when the trees around it were taken away, then it just fell down. See what the bitrate is here. Now we're kind of in a hole. Yeah, now it's not full bitrate anymore. Still pretty good. Still pretty good for being quite far away from cell towers. Here's also, this is the blueberry plant, and then you got the the lingon plant. There's some lingons growing there, lingon berries. Those could still be decent if it rains now. Those are like a little later. They might still recover or have time to grow up to a decent size. But bilberries, yeah, it's pretty thin. Definitely really small size. Over there was like one spot, like I think this year the more wet spots might have better bilberries than on a normal year. A normal year could be pretty good here even. But yeah, this rock here. It's sitting pretty, like it's quite a lot here, but if those underneath there would roll down, it's kind of flat, so it wouldn't probably roll that easy, but it's not impossible to see it rolling down on the big road. Then we would need a big excavator or something to get it out from the road. This is such a big rock, you're not moving this by hand or even with a tractor. There's an interesting flake there, a piece sticking out. Probably that boulder probably weighs like, I don't know, 10 ton. It's like somebody has thrown some wood underneath it. Very interesting. It's laying on that rock and this rock here. And then it's kind of up in the air, the rest of it. Peculiar rock. Right on a little bit, just a few hundred meters there should be another spot that could be good for blueberries. I call them blueberries, but I mean bilberries. Let's check the rain radar if there's anything building. There's some little stuff, but it looks okay, I think. We need like half an hour or maybe a little bit more. Then it can rain, then it's actually good with rain. Our fields can definitely take more rain. Even if we got 20 mil in 2 days, there's room for a lot more. Probably check here. Is that a wetter spot? Might be better than the normally good spots. Like right here somewhere. Let's go in here and take a look. Take a look-see. Some, again, they're really small. Oh, I left my cell phone out there. Well, we're gonna check, just do a quick check here. There's a bumblebee, that's good. I think the pollination might have went well, but then it just never rained. And then the berries got, or stayed pretty small. Didn't really get the liquids to fill them up. I mean, when it rained now, I guess in a few days there might be mushrooms around. But I'm not really like a mushroom guy. Yeah, holy moly, it's one. Holy moly. Here's some. There's definitely some around, but not great. Not great. Here they're a little bigger. I guess again here it's like behind a hill. Maybe a slightly more wet spot. So you could definitely come here, pick like a few liters, but we'll see. If we get some cold weather, I could see myself coming out maybe, but it's gonna be so hot next week that it's not gonna be not that enjoyable unless we get high winds could save the situation. Yeah, some bilberries around. Put the camera in bike mode again. I ride mostly bike from here on. Yeah, it's mostly these small flies that are annoying. Not that many mosquitoes or horseflies actually around. It's like these small like normal flies. They just straight into your face, which is kind of annoying, but it's not like a lot of horse flies or mosquitoes would probably be worse. Shit, cell phone fell down, but we got lucky here. We got lucky. We got very lucky. Oh god, it was so rough there. Cell phone fell out from the mount. It just fell out from this guy, but it fell into here. We were very, very lucky here. If it would have fallen down on the ground, it could have been a whole nother story. So I got lucky there. It's so rough in some parts here. Very rough, big gravel. Maybe I didn't have my cell phone properly. I got very, very lucky there. I could have definitely broken the phone right there. I didn't even realize. I just saw down and then the phone was gone. Then it was in the little basket, thank God. Damn small flies, yeah. Just trying to fly in the eyes, nose, or in the mouth. It's not super nice either if you swallow like a fly. Doesn't feel that great. Why sad face? pretty, all in all, the rain we got in the last 2 days, it's very good. Bugs get a little wilder, but the crops get at least a little relief. Southern parts. Somewhere in the southern parts on a logging road. On this road, I guess you've been to southern Finland maybe. If you've been on this road, then you gotta be pretty local. But yeah, today we will be exploring some other areas. I think some areas that, well, yeah, might have better roads, or it's gonna be a way different area than this. So that's gonna be nice. And it's gonna be a lot hotter, but we're gonna be closer to the coast, I think so. Hopefully there's gonna be some cooler winds. There was just some branches, thought it was a snake. Take a little break here before the big downhill. Oulu and Saariselkä, well, that's more northern Finland. I would say that's more northern parts. Yeah, Helsinki is really south, Rovaniemi is kind of north. Okay, let's check the rain radar. It really feels like thunder is coming today. It's like super humid and feels super hot. Yeah, there might be some. There is some clouds building not so far away from here, so thank God we don't have that long left. Otherwise we could get a shower on ourselves, or even worse, lightning. Yeah, we got, as you can see here, we have a lot of forests in Finland. I think Lithuania might have a decent amount of forests too. It looks a little bit different there. The trees are a little bit different, but still not super different. Yeah, some older, some younger. Like along this road, there's really not old forests that much. It's mostly like younger forests. But yeah, some old stuff in there and some young stuff. A little bit of everything. Oh man, it's rough in some spots here. They have been here with like a blade and smoothed it out, I guess, the big bumps, but makes it kind of bumpy to bike. But yeah, at least we know if the bike stays together here, then it's going to stay together most likely on better roads. A good warm up today for tomorrow. Who am I? I am organic farmer. First name organic, second name or surname farmer. Ah, that wind though. That wind. So good. Even if it's a headwind, it feels so cooling. See when we get up on the hill here. Can't see chat, sun is shining. See here. I'm level 40 or level 41, excuse me. Main job is farmer, but then also some side jobs, I guess you could call it. But yeah, it's the accent. It's interesting because yeah, my first language is Swedish actually, but I speak Finnish too, of course. We are in Finland, but or like still. But yeah, around here it's like 50% of the people will speak Swedish and 50% speak Finnish. So it's kind of a multi-language area. Holy shit. Holy shit. So yeah, that's why if you watch the stream, yeah, we will be speaking Swedish sometimes, Finnish sometimes, but I mostly interact in English with chat. But sometimes I might say a word in Swedish or Finnish if I don't know or don't remember the English one. Or sometimes the other way around, when I know a word in English but but not in Finnish or Swedish. Yeah, a little bit more than we can walk again. Luckily there's not too much of this kind, that it's a little bit loose gravel here, which is not the most fun to ride the bike on. Most of the other places that we will go to will have more hard-packed gravel or then tarmac. I heard the Finns are upset at the Swedes. It's more like a friendly banter type of thing. Especially in ice hockey and stuff, in sports. It's like a sports rivalry. I can't say that word. But yeah, in sports it's like really, just like some other countries, like some neighboring countries, it's always like a like not a competition, but kind of a competition. Still like in a friendly way. But yeah, it's mostly what I've found is like if you only speak the one language, then you might be more like angry at the other people because you don't understand the other language. But if you understand both languages, then it's more like a friendly thing. I think that's the same with a lot of places. Like if you speak the both different languages of two different countries, then it becomes like, I guess just because you can understand both sides, then it becomes more friendly. Mostly the hostilities is when you don't understand the other guy or other people. And of course, that's just my opinions, but I think that rings true in a lot of places. A little bit Deutsch. Just a few words. Know a few words here and there. I wouldn't say I speak it. I had German for a little bit in school, but it was just like one or 2 years, so it didn't really catch on too much. And I haven't really been using it. Like, I think the English and other languages, Swedish, Finnish, are better because I kind of use them all the time. German I don't really use. Like I watch some German like farmer streamers, so I've heard a little bit, but I don't really understand it 100%. But yeah, there's a lot of German like farming streamers. That's why I've been listening to some German actually. Man, these flies. Flies have come out now when it's rained a little bit. Holy molies. Little break, now you can throw the bike on the car. Why are the windshield wipers? Ah, he probably cleaned the windows. Put the wipers down. Holy moly, it's warm. Programmer. Yeah, so even as a farmer, it's like these days, it's actually quite a bit of sitting in front of a computer. You need to fill in all kinds of paperwork and stuff, so even as a farmer, it's like there's a decent chunk of paperwork. Too much in my liking. And yeah, if you have a farm that has animals, then it's like a lot worse, and it's like so many papers you need to fill in. Like way too much, way too much paperwork. So yeah, I mean it's I guess it's fine if it's like really bad weather outside, then it can be nice to fill in some paperwork, but it's not my favorite part of farming is filling out all the paperwork. But yeah, that's just the way it is these days. I think in most jobs there's some paperwork. I guess if you work for somebody, then you might not have to do that much paperwork. Because maybe the boss just does the paperwork and you just do the job. But it really depends. At least in farming there is a decent bit of paperwork. The paperwork should be automated. I think so too. Like the subsidies we get as farmers, you need to apply for them every year. Even if basically nothing has changed, then you still need to apply every year. So there could definitely be some simplification there, where you would only need to apply, or only need to say if someone has or only like write up the changes. But it's one of those I don't know, I guess new jobs, when you have first the farmer has to fill in a lot more paperwork, then you have a lot of people that go through that paperwork, check it, and then you have people that comes out to the farm and checks that everything is right. So I guess you get like new jobs that way. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, but I mean, in today's world, there is more and more like digital stuff. There is more and more computer work. It's just going in that direction. I don't know if it's good or bad, but that's the way it's going, I guess, with a lot of jobs. So yeah, with technology, I guess there is some stuff that has improved. Like tractors are better now, and we have auto steering tractors and things like that. But yeah, that stuff costs some money, and then you need to get it configured, and then if it doesn't work, then it can be tough to get it working. That's the thing that maybe gets overlooked a lot of times. Like, the more technology you have, the more there is that can break, and then you need to be able to fix that somehow too. We got a pretty good example of that last Friday when the what was it, CrowdStrike or something, had like a lot of issues. Then like a lot of computers around the world just completely bricked. And I don't know, it will be interesting to see on Monday if they have like got things fixed, or if there's still like a lot of stuff that's not in order. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like if you have farm equipment, it needs maintenance to work. But it's the same thing with like digital stuff. It kinda also needs maintenance. And sometimes cars, you need to put new shocks on the cars, so you need some maintenance there. And yeah, all kinds of stuff needs maintenance. Manage all your tech. Yeah, but you probably use like you're using like Linux or Windows. So you probably didn't make that yourself. Like there's still, we are all relying on stuff, because it like, I didn't make this bike myself. I didn't make this car myself. I definitely didn't make all the machines I use myself. So definitely relying on a lot of people. And yeah, like it's impossible to make everything yourself. The same thing with being like, if you're a farmer, like being 100% self-sufficient. Like you can I guess you can get pretty easily up to like maybe 70%, 80%, but then the last percents are really tough. Like if you want to be like 100% self-sufficient, that's super hard. Like on the farm here, like salt, we couldn't really get salt from anywhere here, so we have to get that from somewhere else. I guess same with sugar. We could grow like sugar beets, I guess. But yeah, some stuff it's like, it's 100% to be, or it's tough to be 100% self-sufficient. But I guess somewhat some self-sufficient is good. Like on the farm here, we are self-sufficient in heat for the house, for example. We just use firewood, so we can get the firewood from the forest here. So for heating the house, I guess we're self-sufficient. I guess we need a little like steel for the pipes and heat exchangers and stuff like that. So it's not 100% self-sufficient, but for the energy itself, we're self-sufficient.
Self-sufficient is the key, but yes, we need cooperation.
But yeah, I guess yes, somewhat of a dream on the farm here would be to get like solar panels. Then we could be somewhat self-sufficient for maybe electricity, and then for heat we're already pretty self-sufficient. And then for food, like food on our farm, we grow some stuff that we don't sell, but most of the stuff we grow we sell. So for food we're actually not that self-sufficient on the farm. Like I still buy a lot of stuff from the store, but yeah, could be more self-sufficient if I wanted to do even more gardening. Do some gardening, but like I don't grow like a lot of stuff in the garden. But yeah, let's take the cell phone here. We could go take a look at the garden actually here before I end the stream. See what's growing. See what's growing in the garden. But yeah,
I started streaming last month.
The big strength we have as humans is definitely cooperation. That's definitely what sets us apart from a lot of other species, I would say. So we just need to improve on the teamwork, because there's still a lot of stuff that, yeah, we're not really doing the teamwork we could. Imagine if humans would have the same teamwork as ants. Imagine what we could do then. Going to Mars would be no issue at all if we would have that same level of teamwork.
It's hard to get a following, but I got no boobs. So how can one attract viewers then?
But yeah, let's throw, I think I got everything loose away from the bike. I'm gonna throw the bike on the roof rack there and secure it down. Oops, over there. Get the front wheel in there. Roll back. Get this up there. Then start securing it back. But yeah, it's definitely, oh, I got the stuff here. It's pretty hard to get, yeah, definitely hard to get viewers, but at least I do the streaming more like for fun, and it stores the streams on my YouTube, so then when I'm older I can just look like what stupid things I did when I was younger. So it's good, especially if you're starting out. It's best to have the attitude of I'm just streaming. It's like fun. If you have like a goal that, oh, I need to have like 10,000 followers in 3 days, and it's not the best way, I think. Because if you just look at all the streams on, let's say, Twitch, then most streams have like less than 10 viewers. Probably like 95% of streams. It's actually very, very few that get like a lot of viewers. And then there's all these things like bots and stuff, and yeah, I wouldn't pay too much attention to the like followers and stuff like that in the beginning, or ever really. I wouldn't say it's really the healthy way of doing it. It's almost the same thing as if you're, let's say, riding a bike, then you're thinking like, oh, but I'm not as good as the world's best cycler. Man, I shouldn't do this anymore. It's best to compare to yourself, like when I'm riding a bike, like, okay, well, what's the most I have ridden before? Could I beat that? Or something like that. I think that's a better way of looking at it. Okay, bike secured, I think. Should be solid there. So yeah, you can even on a small car, you can put the bikes on the roof. Possible. Looks sketchy, but it is working. We did have them up there on the road for like 100 kilometers, and they stayed up there. But yeah, let's go take a look at the garden. We're pretty much done here. We got the bike adjusted, a little test run, so now everything seems good on the bike. Gears are switching properly. Front fender adjusted. Brakes working fine. Everything tightened up, all the bolts checked, so nothing's loose. Yeah, we should be good there. Should be good. Oh yeah, did my brother take the compressor out? Always easy to forget. No, it's out. So you don't leave this guy running here for nothing. Yeah, let's go take a look at the garden. Then that's gonna be it for today. Then tomorrow there will probably be a long stream. We might start early tomorrow, actually. Start early and then it might be a long stream. I think it might be a long stream day tomorrow. Maybe now when it rains, maybe the lawn grows a little, so I can mow the lawn for the first time in 3 weeks. Is there still any late strawberries? There's one here. Oh, stinging nettle here, damn. That needs to be ripped out. Some late strawberries.
It's peaceful, your farm atmosphere.
It is. It's really good. Peaceful. You can just hear the crickets and grasshoppers and birds and stuff like that. Good things. Yeah. These beans are growing like crazy. It's like vines. I don't know, maybe at some point they're going to start to produce some beans too. It's like just a lot of flowers and vines. I guess at some point it will start producing something. Peas, yeah, we can come pick up more peas here soon. Then there's not that much left, then we can rip all these out. They're pretty much produced. Everything they're gonna produce soon. Carrots growing nicely. Ooh, tomatoes. One tomato has dropped down. So these are like mini tomatoes. I don't think they get much bigger than this. These like orange ones are ready. They produce like a large amount of tomatoes even if the plant is like really small. Really sweet tomatoes. But I don't know what you call it, if it's like mini tomatoes or sweet tomatoes or whatever. But they produce a lot of like tomatoes. Like this is like I think normal tomatoes. Like this plant is much bigger, but it will produce fewer but big tomatoes here and after it flowers, I think. These might need to get some support soon. Maybe put a stick in or something there. Somebody actually gave these two small plants to us and then I put them here. And, I mean, they're growing pretty good, I think. Same with this is like chili. These ones should produce some chili things. Just got a few in the pots here. And then corn. The corn is, I guess you call this tasseling when this kind of flower thing comes out. So yeah, corn is looking pretty good. I've tried many years.
Tips for grocery shopping.
I have tried to get like corn to grow many years now, but this year looks good now. The leaves are really wide. Looks pretty healthy. It's good that it got more water. Like this is a really wide leaf. Corn is definitely a funny plant. It's not super common here in Finland, but I guess you can grow it in the garden. Maybe we get some cobs this year. Just a few plants of corn here. Do I have any tips for grocery shopping? Not really. Like I usually go maybe once or twice a week to the grocery store. Like I make a list and then go with that to the grocery store and buy that. I think that way you at least avoid some of the, oh, I'm just going to buy this and this and this and this and random stuff and forget half the stuff. And I don't really have any tips other than that. I'm not any like kind of professional nutritionist or anything like that. I just buy kind of whatever I think would taste good.
Years before I ever bought a potato, or a carrot, or onion.
But yeah, these strawberries are growing nicely. I think next year we might get a good amount of strawberries from here. I might even try here when we had a few that died. There was a couple of there that died. I might take like, you can take this. They grow like these to the side here. If I cut this off here and put this one, if I put this one in the ground there, I think this will produce like a new strawberry plant. So there's a few that's growing here, like it's from the main plant. It's like growing out to the side. I could definitely try that. I haven't tried it before ever, but we could try doing that. Try to get like a free plant from this. This and this, there's like two that died there. Maybe a third one there. So I could take this, put it there. Fill the last spots. Yeah, some potatoes. We have some potatoes here. And some onions. Like they're kind of falling over this green stuff, but there's like you can see there's a huge onion there. Maybe I can harvest these already soon. But yeah, some stuff. And then some stuff in the fields. this is really a really poor field this year. Like now we got rain, but the first 2 months of this year or this growing season, we didn't really get any rain, so you can see it's really spotty and probably the worst wheat field we have ever had. Here's a little patch that's good because when I sprayed some water in the garden, so a little bit went over here, and you can exactly see where the water went over. It's like much better there. Do I have to give the land a break some years? Well, in the garden I do. Like,
Too much, the land gets drained of minerals.
well, yeah, in the garden and in the big fields too. Like we have on the big fields we have I always have some fields that are on grass, and then I just cut that grass. So I guess you could say that field is in resting mode for like a year or two, and then we put it back into wheat or oats and stuff like that. So I guess that's a break. It's still when the years that the grass is growing, the grass is like improving the soil and fertilizing the soil, and so there's always something happening. Like you don't want to have a field just like, you always want to have basically something growing in the field. But yeah, when the years when we have it on grass, we don't harvest the grass. We just cut it, use it as green manure, so it just can rot down. But yeah, here in the garden I have like this small area here. I didn't plant anything here. I'm just weeding this area this summer. And then next year I can grow something here and maybe have this area empty next year. Or just kill the weeds, I guess. But yeah, I didn't have anything more to grow, so there's a little empty area here. Grasshoppers. A lot of grasshoppers. But yeah, in the garden it's mostly, the most important thing I guess is not having the same crop in the same spot 2 years. Like I always change it. So if potatoes are there this year, next year they're going to be here, and then the next year maybe over here. Last year we had the strawberries were here. Then we plowed this up and now we got all kinds of other stuff here. And the strawberries are over there. But yeah, this is the one I use to spray water in the garden. If it's too dry, then we have the garden hose and just sprays out from the holes here. And then this metal thing, it moves like from side to side. So that way you get, it sprays like a rectangular shape. Very, very good tool. So you don't have to I don't have to carry water out in the garden. You just open the valve and let that thing do the job. This we can like put it here so it grows like a vine. I might buy land one day, but I'm afraid of getting ripped off. Well, it depends. Like, if you want to buy, in Finland we have like, if you live in a city, then you can buy like really small plots like this, like just really small areas of field in some places, and then you can, I don't know if you buy it or rent it per year, and then you can grow your veggies there. So that's probably not too expensive because it's just a small piece of land. I don't think you need to pay much per year at all to rent, like, let's say an area like this that I have here. Shouldn't be expensive at all. Like garden soil or garden ground, it shouldn't be that expensive. These berries we can start to pick at some point. Oh, that one dropped. These are beginning to be ready to pick, I think. Don't know what these are called in English. It's like krusbär in Swedish. No, we have no animals. We had, back in the day, we had cows, but it kind of became, or it was a situation where we would have had to build a new cow barn, and it would just have been too big of an investment for just, let's say, 30 cows. So it was at the time a decision that we made that we got rid of the cows. And I think right now, like 30 years later, I think I'm happy with that decision. It was like my dad's decision, of course, at that time. I wasn't the main farmer at like 10 years old, so it wasn't really my decision, but yeah, I think it was a good decision for us. Oh man, I think the camera might be a little dirty. Seems like there's some haze or something on the. Hopefully it's not inside the lens. Oh, that looks good now, I think. Yeah, let's look at is there any rain coming in or thunder? Thought I heard some thunder in the background. Oh yeah, we got some things building. So somewhere over there, I think there's already maybe thunder. Definitely some rain, so we might get some rain here pretty soon. Never know with those thunder showers though. There might be something or might not be something. Very hard to say. But yeah, you sit here for a little bit, then I think I'm just going to end the stream for today. And then we will be back most likely tomorrow with probably a decent to long stream tomorrow. And then later next week there will be a bunch of mowing with the tractor and potentially some other stuff. Maybe some more exploring streams also. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. It was just kind of a test stream today, testing the bike, and yeah, we made some adjustments there. Seems to be good now. But yeah, thanks for watching today, and we will be back tomorrow. See you guys next time. Bye bye.
I am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I find my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again, and as I fall I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. falling up, I'm falling down from the sky and from the ground. Up above, just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down from the sky and from the ground. Up above, just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo. Cause I'm stuck in limbo.